And so this video begins on Fairmount Street, on a street in Philadelphia. Boys and girls who wanted Cris the Girl and Tampa J to go to prison. Well, today you get your wish. Welcome to the Eastern State Penitentiary. Looks like a castle, doesn't it? And the bus stop in here at 22nd and Fairmount has Eastern State Penitentiary wrapped on its side. Look at that. The adventures of Cris the Girl and Tampa J continue right here on the streets of Philadelphia. Today we are going to prison. No, we do not deserve prison. I hope not. Unless we do something right now. Hey, I'm walking here. What's going on? Today we're going to Eastern State Penitentiary, making our way to the airport. We don't have a lot of time, but we said, hey, we've both always wanted to come here. Actually, you've been here once before.
Here before, yep.
I've always wanted to come here, and you said it would be
pretty cool.
Be a cool stop to check out on the way to the airport. This is the world's first penitentiary. I hope I'm saying that word right. Penitentiary. I think that's how.
I think so.
That's how I say it.
Someone will correct us. Don't worry.
Oh, they will. They'll put us in prison.
Yeah.
Correction police.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're gonna check this out. I know a little bit about it. I know it's really haunted.
Mm-hmm.
They do ghost tours.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have a Halloween haunt inside. However, I don't think they do that. Al Capone once stayed here. That's pretty much all I know about that thing right behind us. We're gonna go see it. This is our experience. We might do a couple things on the way to the airport after, some very Philly things, some places I've visited before. This is like my 6th time in Philadelphia. This is one of my favorite places because this is where, you know, Rocky was filmed, one of my favorite movies of all time, and I've created the filming locations for the first 2 films. Spent a lot of time here, so yeah. So here we are on the way to jail.
Let's go to jail. All
right, there is so much ahead, so much fun. Now I can already tell you, just from this angle, this takes up a whole city block, and if you look down from an aerial point of view of this prison, it looks like the British flag. Oh, right there, Eastern State Penitentiary Historic Site entrance to the right. We parked on the street, we found a free spot, we got lucky, but there is a parking lot, a pay lot to the left. Now I have visited the Rock, Alcatraz, out in San Francisco, and I know Al Capone spent some time there as well. What I don't know if he spent time here first before then. I'm guessing so, but we're gonna find out, I guess. Yeah. And about to cross the street, I want to point out there's quite a few eateries right across the street here on Fairmount, including this one called Jack's Firehouse. It's an old school firehouse. Kind of reminds me of the Ghostbusters Firehouse Ladder 8 in New York City, just a little bit. Smells good though. I smell brick oven pizza. Ooh, pizza. And this historic marker says the original prison built from 1822 to 1836 on a radial plan by John Haviland, linking solitude with moral and vocational instruction. It exemplified the Pennsylvania system of penology and became a model for over 300 prisons worldwide. Closed 1971. So this hasn't been an operating prison since 1971, and it's the one that set the example. I mean, look at the detail here. You can definitely see its age. It's over 180 years old. Look at the iron and the very narrow but long windows, and a huge sign right here on casters. They just wheel it out. Open every day, 10 to 5. I'm gonna give you a look here. Looks like there's a security checkpoint. Of course, you're going to jail. You gotta have a security checkpoint as you're going in. Look at this. Yeah, this is definitely a castle.
Yeah.
Wow, what a fortress of solitude, confinement-wise. Oh, there's another plaque right here. And this sign says, if you have your tickets, if you bought them online, you go to the right. And if you need tickets, you go to the left. Well, we need our tickets, so we're going to the left. Okay, so we paid $38. Ooh, bless you. And we're in. 38 bucks for 2 people. And we're in jail. And there is an audio tour available, just like there was at Alcatraz. And this one's narrated by Steve Buscemi.
Nice.
Yeah, I hear him. Yeah. There we go, Steve Buscemi. I can only think of Billy Madison right now. That scene when he puts the lipstick on.
What?
Yeah. And inside the prison, the tour, the audio tour, has us going to the right. So I think we'll do a full circle. Yes, heading this way first though. There goes Cris the Girl. And we're just following the arrows on the ground. Just seeing where it leads us. Check out these old gates here. Just hanging by a thread. The wrought iron fence over there. This is cool. Look at the tower. Old watchtower, which there are four corners of the prison. It's got the original windows. Oh, and there's like a stench. You smell that stench? It's like a mildew stench.
Yeah.
And this is the old door for the watchtower. Steel door, it's got a hole in it. Let's see if I peek inside there. It's gotta be, oh wow, yeah. Look at that. That's gnarly looking inside.
Anybody in there?
Anyone in there? It is haunted. Ghost of Al Capone, maybe. I see some old steps. Yeah, so I guess we're going in there. We
Yes.
could go to the right, but
Yeah, no, we want to go in there.
I think we want to go in there.
It's really cool in there, yeah.
All right. Main audio tour continues. So this is where you would play number 2 on your headset. Gonna walk in. Oh wow. I didn't expect the ceilings to be so tall in here. Wow, look at this. I think we can walk through all the way to the other wall, the adjacent tower. The doors.
It's gnarly, right?
It is gnarly.
Yeah.
I can see why it's haunted. It looks haunting. See the old radiator heat?
Yeah.
So this is cell block number 1. There's no cell that's open yet, but I'm pretty sure there's one down there to the right, so we'll see that. This tile, over 180 years old. The old wood doors, the iron hinges and blocks. This one's all corroded. Old water pipe, busted. Okay, we finally found a cell that's open. Looks like cell 562. Check it out. It's very dark in here. An old bed. Looks like they left it just how they found it.
Yeah.
Looks like there may have been a door on the other side. I don't know. Oh, spooky. Tall ceilings too.
All right, what do you say? You want to move into this one?
Yeah, let's move in.
Okay.
Can we sleep here tonight? We'll take it. Ghostbusters. Oh yeah. Do not enter. It looks like here's a cell made up as it was back in the day. Check it out. Basically just a little cot. And there you go. That's what that door was. It's a little cell door. It is tiny. Looks like you would be able to enter and exit on the other side. And the caption below this photo says, in Eastern states' early years, prisoners were hooded whenever they were outside of their cells. They made them put hoods on. This is the prisoner guard back there too, as well. Here's another cell without a door. Look at all that. Ooh, asbestos city in there. Wouldn't want to roll around in there. I see, looks like the parts of an old chair right there. Maybe an old, ooh, it doesn't smell good. We can actually go in this one. Chris is already in here. Here we go. Hello in here.
Come on in.
All right.
Any room.
There's a commode over to the left. Hey, you gotta go?
You gotta go, man. It's right there. Luxury. You don't have to walk very far to the right.
The ceilings are pretty tall, huh?
Uh-huh.
There's a skylight, so that's how they had light. They have skylights in each of the rooms. There you go. I had to shift to the right so you can actually see how tiny that window is. It's pretty gnarly. We're in jail.
Did it.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, they got a little cover over it.
Just in case you're desperate enough to try to use it.
Right.
Don't even think about it.
I don't even think the water is running. So we are at the center of the penitentiary. This is the main atrium. We just came through cell block 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 behind me. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 little tunnels right here. So Al Capone surely walked right through here. Cris is going this way. Where are we at? Number 4 cell block? This is cell block 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks like there's a staircase.
Yeah.
Also out this way. This place is huge. Oh, it looks like a prison yard out back. What do you think? I'm gonna go out there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Here's the train. Oh, nice little area out here. Eastern State Penitentiary. Doing time. Okay, looking back towards the watchtower, the center of the prison. This right here, Cris has discovered the backstop for a baseball diamond. Got a picture there?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember this right here, this frame. I'm gonna get closer. This backstop specifically. Look at that. We're standing right here. This wall right here. There. And this photo was taken in 1933. That says more than 4,300 baseballs were hit out of this baseball field in 1933 alone. And look, they have some photographs of some of the sports teams that played here. There's the football team. Looks like they had track meets here and wheelbarrow races. All these photos taken right here. So it is like a diamond right here. It'd be a very narrow diamond, but first base would have been down there somewhere. Pitcher's mound right here, and then the third base side. But yeah, you could definitely play some baseball here. Notice up there, there's trees and plants growing out of the roof. Look at that. And as a helicopter's flying over, you hear that?
Yeah, there's one over there.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is that Magnum PI? He followed us from Hawaii. Okay, we're gonna pop into prisons today. Questions and the age of mass incarceration. Award-winning exhibit. But all I see is air conditioned.
Woo.
It's kind of toasty out here. Have you ever broken the law? Yes or no? Ooh. If you go to the right, it says you. Very unusual. About 70% of American adults have committed a crime that could lead to prison. And if you said yes, did you get caught? Why or why not? Does this make you a criminal? Just a long room here. A lot of information and displays. This one about the death penalty, deterrence, retribution, and the death penalty. Okay, so in this exhibit, they have a make a confession.
Yeah,
You can write a little statement
right
here,
on the statement.
and then you just put it in the box.
Yeah, in the slot here, and then you may or may not go to prison. I don't know.
Okay, so you can confess here, and it looks like some people have done it up here. Look at this. This person stole $16,000 from a woman's car, along with all her identification. She was traveling, so I got her passport, driver's license, insurance cards, and social security number, and she was like 70. And notice they didn't sign their name there. They just felt like confessing. Okay, making our way back in from the yard. That was some good exercise. That room was cool. It was just a lot of information, a lot of facts about modern day penitentiaries. There was also a place where you could register to vote and all kinds of stuff.
It's the best way to make change in your community is to vote.
And here's a little map, little guide map. Look, check this out. I heard that they stopped doing, I don't know if it's the same Halloween haunt, but they are doing one this year. Look at it. Halloween nights at Eastern State Penitentiary. Select nights September 24th through November 13th. And there you go. Halloween nights audio tour starts here. So they have an exclusive audio tour for that event. And Steve Buscemi is narrating that one as well. That's got to be fun. I wish we could do that. Maybe one day. And we are currently standing in cell block 3. Look at the little symbol that was created here in the iron gate. And a look down the hallway. Look at that. All the way down. Do you see any ghosts in there? Some phantoms? Some ghouls? Some goblins? Maybe the ghost of Al Capone? Perhaps? Look close and listen. Oh, do you hear footsteps? Oh yeah, I think those are behind me. I just thought this looked cool. The spider web in the window over here. The old glass. Someone threw a rock at it. There's also, yeah, some old chicken wire in the glass. Take a look in there. See if you see anything. I don't know what was in there, but I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, popped in from here. The window we were just looking in is over there. This is the hospital. It says it's the hospital, the former hospital. Cell block 2. And if you're not into the audio tours, it looks like they have old school meet here for today's hands-on history. And okay, so we're trying to figure out where Al Capone was incarcerated here. Kind of following the map, heading towards the front. Oh, the synagogue room? Oh, look down here. That's pretty cool. We'll find it. And this room says, beyond Capone, prison gangs then and now. Al Capone was not the only Eastern State inmate with ties to organized crime. He was just the most famous. So there's a lot of gangsters held here. And some photographs. Oh, look, they even have photos. This says Morris Bulber. A little information: led a profitable arsenic poisoning ring before his arrest in 1939. Mickey Duffy dominated the bootleg beer trade and prohibition area of Philadelphia. And let's show one more. Joseph James Coffey took part in the kidnapping and killing of Philadelphian William Weiss. See left. It says Martin Farrell escaped from Eastern State in 1934 while on the run, joined with Robert Mize, leader of a band of criminals nicknamed the Tri-State Gang, and together they kidnapped and murdered Philadelphia nightlife figure William Weiss. Conspirators. There's a lot of history in this room. Also, it says prison gangs and mass incarceration. It gives a history all the way to modern times. All right, I'm gonna walk through this door very carefully. Okay, so they don't really know where Al Capone's cell was, but they have figured it was either this one or this one. So we're gonna take a look inside both of them. Here's the first one to the right. Now I remember seeing Capone's cell at Alcatraz a few years back, and it was probably a third the size of this one. Al Capone at Eastern State Penitentiary. Capone arrested in Philadelphia theater for carrying a gun. Okay, that's why he was here. Notorious Chicago gang chief and pal are jailed before the council arrives. Scarface Al Capone, reputed king of Chicago gunmen and bootleggers, and Frank Klein, 35, his bodyguard, were arrested as they came out of the Market Street Moving Picture Theater last night, and each was held on a $35,000 bail early this morning by Magistrate Carney at the 20th and Buttonwood Street Station on a charge of carrying concealed deadly weapons. So there you go. And this article was written in May 1929. So this would have been way before he made it out to Alcatraz. And of course, if you've seen The Untouchables, you know he was busted for tax evasion by FBI agent Elliot Ness. So this is a photograph of one of the two cells, actually the cell to my left, one of the Al Capone cells. And there used to be a photograph or a painting that hung on the back wall, and it says if you look here in the corner, you can kind of make traces of it. So check that out. I'm gonna go back here. Oh, there it is. You can see the imprint of the frame. So here it is today, 2022. Keep an eye here. Think of a red circle right there. Check this out, I love this. There it is. Right there, one more time. The cell of Al Capone. Well, could have been. Right there. And we have gone back in time. This is the other cell that Al Capone allegedly may have been incarcerated here at East Penitentiary. And I'll look down cell block 8. Right there. And over here across is the museum store right in there. They've got a little gift shop. Of course they do. Cell block lucky number 7. It looks like you can actually go to the second level in this one. Oh yeah, you can go up the steps. Look at this. And watch your step on that staircase. I'd say 1920s. Wow. I thought they were made of wood, but they are made of steel. It's a wood banister though. And a look down cell block 7. Very haunting. And it looks like you can only come up here and stand right here on this landing. I'll look back and down. That's where we just came up. There's Cris the Girl right down there. Cris, help me. Whoa. Watch your step. Old mop rack here underneath the staircase. Mop, mop, mop all day long. Mop, mop, mop while I sing this song. So gigantic, these tall ceilings. I mean, geez, 50 to 75 feet in the air. Maybe 100, I don't know. We need a ladder and a tape measure. Hear the, I thought it was a bat, but it's a pigeon, I think, right?
Yeah.
Hello? Hear it? Looking for the cell of Slick Willie. It's got to be over here. I think it's on the left somewhere. Caution, low clearance. These doors are much smaller than that. Cell block 1. And all the way at the end of cell block 7, actually the second cell to the left before the end, Willie Sutton. We've just caught the Babe Ruth of bank robbers, aka Slick Willie. Slick Willie. Right here is Slick Willie, aka Willie Sutton. Still covered in mud, Sutton was photographed shortly after the 1945 tunnel escapes. He was captured only 2 blocks from the penitentiary at the 24th Street and Fairmount Avenue, just a couple blocks away. Slick Willie Sutton was a flamboyant bank robber, escape artist, and one of America's most notorious criminals in the 30s, 40s, and the 50s. When asked why he robbed banks, he allegedly replied, "Because that's where the money is." Okay, so we're going into the cell. Cris is already in there. Oh,
He was incarcerated here.
it's a little TV program.
Penitentiary, where he actually escaped
In April
multiple times.
1945, Eastern State Penitentiary had its most famous escape, the so-called Willie Sutton tunnel escape, in which 12 inmates, including the famous bank robber Willie Sutton and the tunnel mastermind named Clarence Kleindienst, escaped through a 97-foot tunnel under the prison walls. In a way, it was an amazing feat of human
Here's the schematic of the escape.
ingenuity, because he was able to construct A tunnel that had lights and had ladders and was shored up with wood. It was a really amazing.
I think the tunnel is underneath us right here.
And
no idea.
on April 3rd,
It looks like
12 guys were piling down the
Could have
stairs,
been.
across the bottom of this tunnel, under the wall, through an underground stream, back up, and then, like muddy rats, then scrambling out into the neighborhood to seek their fate.
And outside of Slick Willie's former cell, right here, it says the 1945 tunnel escape. And it kind of gives a depiction of where it went out of the wall. So here's the cell that we were just in. Looks like it went down under the floor. Looks like they dug it out. And they come out here underneath the sewer pipe and to the wall. And I believe this is Fairmount Street and 22nd. Yeah, right there. This is where we started the video. And check out this cell here, all the way to the right. The last cell on the right are the showers here in cell block 7. You can still make out some of the tile here. There's some of the tile, and there's an old light switch here. Look at this. Lights aren't coming on. Darn. No! I hear the pigeon, just can't see it. It got quiet all of a sudden. There's a pigeon up here. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, he's right here. He's right there. You can see his feathers. There it is. And there were thousands upon thousands inmates here, and we can only point out a few, but we cannot leave. Cris was just showing me this. She was telling me about this on the way here. We cannot point out one of the most notorious dogs there ever was. Pep was arrested for killing cats. The cat murdering dog, I believe, is what they called him. And he was incarcerated here. And there's a photograph of them taking his paw prints, and there is his mugshot. Pep's mugshot, collection of Eastern State Penitentiary historic site. It is on file. Pep stayed here, and he walked among the rows for the rest of his cat-killing, murdering life. Right here. Pep. Peeping my head through here, there's an old generator outside that door. We'd have to go beyond the bars a couple of times. If you look up here, this cell block's closed off, but you can see the second story. So cool to look at. There's a nice little breeze coming through here. 1971, the last time this thing was operational. Mother Nature taking its toll. This former room. And the manhole cover right here on the brim of it. Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love. I wonder if that was true inside of the Eastern State Penitentiary. Just a random question that hit the mind. And one more look at a cell. Notice the light fixture coming out of the wall, the bunk bed frame. Just all kinds of rubble, and the wall actually caving in back there to the left. And the skylight. Ooh. Any other facts you want to throw in here before we depart?
I don't think so. I can't think of anything. There's so much that we didn't see.
We could spend hours here, yeah. Our flight actually leaves at 6:30. It is 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta head to the airport.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we will. To Philly for sure. And to the prison. There's furniture over here. Look at this. Wow. That's amazing. Wow, we could go all day. All day. Well, thankfully we don't have to spend all eternity here. like some of the ghosts. Oh, there was one. There's a ghost down there. You see them? Oh, I think that was just a person walking by the door. Maybe. And this little model, an aerial depiction of the prison we're standing in. This is what it looks like. You can see why I said it kind of looks like a British flag, and a lot of souvenirs. Of course, they've got the mugs. They've got Al Capone mugs and lanyards, books, and postcards. And there is a car in this cell. That shows you the size of the jail. I think that's the whole point of them putting a car in there. How did they get this in here? Oh my gosh. They must have built it in there. The artist draws on his personal observation of prison life, stripping the vehicle of any disgusting features in a way that he believes prison life strips the individual of humanity. Tyler Held. They had to reassemble this car in there. That's the only way they could have done it. Unless they tore the prison down and built it back up. This is cell block 8, by the way. Cell block 8. And the main tower, which we walked underneath, and we kind of took a right to enter and came out this way. We walked through a hallway there. But this is where we're gonna exit. Also, they do have restrooms right here in this trailer. So, just so you know, they do have restrooms in the prison. Still running water here. Well, in the trailer. Okay, we made it outside. We broke out of jail.
Freedom.
Freedom here.
Tasted so sweet.
In the city of freedom. This is where the Liberty Bell is.
Yep.
Although we don't have enough time to go see the Liberty Bell, but we've both seen it before.
Yeah, we have. Here and at Magic Kingdom too.
Both Liberty Squares.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we've got to get to the airport, and probably I'm gonna try to stop and get something to eat real quick, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how fast we can get to the airport. But here you go, guys. Thanks for joining us inside the prison. And come check it out someday. I really recommend it, and come early. Spend a lot of time in there, because there's all kinds of things to see that we didn't see. But that was our journey. And making our way towards the airport. Gonna make a pit stop though, I'm hungry. Gotta get some food. Check out this mural here. Awesome mosaic. Right before this old hotel down here on the right. Now heading down Broad Street to South Philly. I'm kind of hungry. And we are now in South Philly. We parked on the street just to the left. North of us is downtown. I'm gonna take a left on Wharton. We're heading over to the iconic Pat and Gino spot. The 2 Philly cheesesteak restaurants. The 2 iconic ones. There's also Jim's, which I have eaten at before. And here we are, the iconic cheesesteak locations. What will it be? Gino's Steaks, the best, or will it be Pat's? Inventor, Pat's, king of the steaks. I typically always go with Pat's because that's where Rocky ate. So, sorry, no offense to Gino's. I'm going to Pat's. Pat's King of Steaks. I was just here back in February having dinner off camera for Rocky 2 when I was doing those locations. And I've showed it a couple times before. Sylvester Stallone in the original motion picture Rocky stood right here in this spot. Actually, he was talking to Gazzo right here at this location. Right here next to where you pick up your cheesesteak, literally right next to it. And there you have it. There's the address in South Philly. 9th and Wharton Street. Pat's King of Steaks. Now I've tried Pat's, I've tried Gino's, and I've tried Jim's. I really like Jim's, although it's not around this area. I think it's a little north of here, not too far. But short time right now. We're trying to make it to the airport, so I'm grabbing this to go, and we're heading there now. And there it is. I'm eating this on the way to the car because that is how short we are on time. We've got to fuel up the rental car. We got to head to the airport, and we should be home. If all goes according to plan, if there's no delay, we should be home by 11 o'clock at night. We'll see. What do you think? You think we're gonna make it?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Whiz and onions, baby. Whiz and onions. This is good. And here we are, the rental car for the brief weekend. I think we were in Pennsylvania for less than 24 hours. The rental car we picked up at the Philadelphia airport and drove all the way out to Hershey yesterday morning, and then made our way back slowly here to Philly, and we went to jail. Did you have a good time, Cris?
It's awesome. It's good to be back.
If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down right there and subscribe below. Also subscribe to Cris the Girl. She was also making a video today. Check that out as well. As for this video right now, it's over because we gotta hustle to the airport and we should get there. Well, if we don't, there'll probably be another vlog about that, but yeah, I think we'll make it. I think we will. All right, see you next time. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and know there's much ahead. Bye-bye. Bye.